Hi friends, I'm Andrea and I have a new process video to share with you today using one of the 24 days of summer cut files designed by Paige Evans as well as her splendid collection. Now, I am using or adding this cut file spread to my summer journal, and I am using an 8x6 snap binder by Simple Stories. So I did resize my cut file to fit on one as a full page, not the 6x8 to go into a pocket page, but just on itself. So I will be creating a small flap and adding it to the left of the cut file so that the page can flip. So the actual size of the cut file would be, it is 8.5 inches tall and about 6.25 inches wide. I will have the dimensions in the description below, just in case you want to do the same. I also wanted to mention, so you know and you feel free every time you receive a cut file, feel free to resize it to fit whatever project you are working on. Doesn't always have to be a 12 by 12 scrapbook page. Just feel free to do whatever you want with it as long as you use it and you have fun with it. So I am backing it using my favorite technique, just tracing the inside of the letters and using different pattern papers for each one of the 3 letters at the top. I'm gonna use the same pattern paper for the letters in the middle for both words, and then I'm gonna use a photo for the word to back the word sun. So I'm working with pictures from a baseball game we attended with the kids just a few weeks ago. And now with the size, with my cut file being 6.25 of an inch, I could not use just one photo to back the 3 letters. So what I did is I printed the photo twice, and I'm using one photo to back the first 2 letters, and then we'll use the second photo to back the last letter. Because of the kind of photo that it is, you cannot even tell that I reprinted the photo. And honestly, it is not this project that I'm working on, it's not about perfection. I just want to make sure that for the very first time ever, I'm keeping track of what happens in the summer. So I work in hotels, and my husband also works in the tourism industry. So for us, summers are the busiest, craziest time at work. So in my mind, it's always been, we don't do too many things. There's not much fun. We don't have that much fun in the summer. The kids get bored. We get bored. It's just work, work, work. But I decided that this year I was going to keep track of it. Okay, if it's just work, 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 let me include that in my journal and we'll see what really happens. We are also planning on moving, so this is our last summer in Colorado. So definitely, I think that's what started the project. Now, here you can see a few pages. You can see the actual size of it. I have a 5x7 photo that I'm going to include on the left side, and I'm going to use this colorful striped pattern paper to create the flap and to add to the middle of the page on the left side behind my photo. This is going to help to keep both spreads consistent and part of the same thing. These are the tiny things that add a little bit more to your projects. So here you see the flap. That piece is, I want to say maybe 5 by 2 inches, and then I scored at 1 inch just so my flap would be pretty thick and I wouldn't have any issues. And another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sandwich that piece in between my cut file and a full background piece. And I'm going to use a double-sided piece of pattern paper on the back of to back that full cut file in a way that when it is time for me to work on a separate spread, I get the other side of that paper to work with. All right, and I'm making sure that I aligned and that those stripes actually continue. They go from one page to the next. It's just, again, the little details. Tracing the original cut file, and I'm adding machine stitching details on the opposite side. So again, when I flip that page, I already have a foundation page that somehow also works with the striped paper that I have on the flap. This yellow paper is definitely one of my favorites, and I wanted to include, since I'm not using, any sun or anything, and the cut file is fun in the sun, I just wanted to somehow include the color, the yellow color, in the overall design. Okay, adding that, and now it is time to embellish it. I'm adding somehow a title also on the left side of my spread, but I feel it is a title that complements what's happening on the right. So it's Today, Fun in the Sun, and then just including a little bit of that yellow color on my spread just to add, some more personality to the page. Last sticker, I used one of the 2x2 pieces of pattern paper for my journaling, and I'm keeping it safe with a paper clip. I believe I ended up moving the journaling to the right side of the photo, still on the left page, but on the right side of the photo. Just added a few floral die cuts on top of the cut file and one sticker, and that is it. A simple way to include cut files. I'm super happy with this spread. By the time I'm recording this, it is not summer yet, but we are already doing some summer activities. We're having fun in the sun. And I want to record that. I would have normally gone with a 12 by 12 layout for this fun title cut file for sure, but the fact that I'm now working, I'm really trying to, and I'm really having fun with this project. As I said, resized the cut file. I adapted it. I'm making sure that it fits and that it looks good in my summer journal. And here you go. One more summer spread using one of the 24 Days of Summer cut files by Paige Evans using this blended collection. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any questions. Leave them all in the comments section below. You'll be able to find all the links to the products that I used and links to my other social media channels in the description box below. I hope you enjoyed the video. This was Andrea Lake for you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.